Hey you guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that's fine with me. So today I'm actually going to be recreating Kylie Jenner's look from the Cardi B video and the Meg Thee Stallion video WAP. I am super excited because I've never done a recreation like this. I haven't done a recreation in a very long time, and I actually went full force, you guys. I recreated the outfit and everything myself. So we'll get into that at the very end of the video, but as of right now I have on no makeup. I'm gonna recreate her makeup look and then you'll see the big reveal at the end. So if you guys are not already subscribed to KrissBeauty, go ahead and do so. Turn on your bell notifications and let's get started. So let's just address what's going on with the hair. We finally got it together. The blonde is still here, the brown is gorgeous. I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this hair back because I want to perfect it towards the end. And by the way, I have a robe on because my Kylie Jenner outfit that I recreated is a little risque and I want to save that to the end, you know, save that tea till the end. So let me go ahead and put up my hair. Okay, you guys, so the look that we're actually recreating today is this look right here. This is what Kylie Jenner's makeup and full aesthetic was looking like in the WAP video. And honestly, I'm here for it. I am really excited to recreate her kind of look. It's very Kylie Jenner, you know what I'm saying? So it's not too much, but I think we're gonna have a lot of fun today. So I am going to prime. I'm going to use some dewy products today. I'm gonna start off with this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer right here. I'm gonna take this with a damp sponge so we could be a little bougie today, like this. Usually I would start off with a BB cream, but lately I've been breaking out and I want to make sure that it's not the new BB cream that I've been using. So I'm just gonna start off with something that my skin is used to. By the way, this primer is very useful for hydrating the skin. This is not the traditional putty primer, so I really love this one. Okay, and I'm actually gonna pick up an OG of mine. I'm gonna take the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm only gonna place this on particular areas. So I am gonna take my sponge again and I'm gonna place this silicone primer, and it's gonna go primarily on my forehead and my smile lines. So I am gonna start off with the face today, and I want to make sure that I am following this picture right here. I have this off of her makeup artist Makeup by Ariel's Instagram, and I'm gonna make sure that I do what I usually do, but also make sure that I'm staying cohesive with the makeup look. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and take the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation. Now this foundation is in the shade 220, and this is the foundation that I'm gonna use along with my highlight and contour today. That shade is my summer shade and I have a little bit of a tan, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that shade. Alright guys, I'm grabbing my e.l.f. Cream Contour palette. I'm going to take this shade right here and I'm gonna use that to contour with today. So I'm not sure if Kylie Jenner actually cream contour for this particular look, but I'm gonna go ahead and do so. And it doesn't seem like it's the heaviest, so I'm gonna try to follow along the structure of Kylie Jenner's face a little bit. Okay, so I'm going along the hairline, but what I am gonna do is actually cream contour the forehead pretty heavily because I noticed that she does have a lot of bronzer here and contour here, but not too much on these areas right here. Okay, and Kylie actually has a very strong jawline, so I'm gonna make sure that I snatch the double chin extra today. Okay, for the nose, I actually did use this shade down here. I believe this is the darkest shade in the palette, just to make sure things are extra snatched. And now I'm gonna actually move on to concealing the eyes and the face. I'm actually gonna bring this concealer up because it seems like things are a little bit, you know, snatched. We love that over here. So I'm gonna bring this shade a little high. Okay, now I'm gonna take my lighter concealer and just fill in a little more. So this is what we got so far. This is obviously different from my usual contour and highlight because I'm trying to really mimic her face shape, and you know, I'm actually really excited because I want to know if this actually would make a difference, you know, contouring and highlighting just a little different. So I'm gonna take my damp sponge and I'm going to begin with foundation. And as I usually do, I'm just filling in the spots where I do not have any contour or concealer. Okay, so I made sure that I put the rest on the back of my hand because I don't really want to overdo it with the foundation, especially with this sort of technique. So I'm going to begin to blend now. Alright y'all, so now everything is blended out to perfection, and I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my loose setting powder, which is Airspun. It's the best. I'm gonna go over my concealed spots to make sure everything is completely blended. Alright you guys, I am like dying of like powder right here because I completely set my face. I'm just really like ready for the face makeup because I feel like that's what really sets her apart, is the placement of her makeup and being able to like look great without looking like you did too much. So I'm ready to go. Today for the face, I'm actually gonna grab this highlight, well, this Sculpt and Glow highlight contour blush and bronzer palette. This is what I picked up from Ross. If you missed my Ross video, go ahead and check that out. And this is like an absolute like must have. Like it just has everything that I need, especially for today. It has like the nice peaches and this bronzer right here, everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this today. So as I mentioned before, it seems like her forehead is bronzed up like pretty heavily, and then she does have like, of course, the lifted cheekbones and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna begin the best way I know how. I feel like I should begin with the forehead, which I never do. I'm starting off by bronzing the forehead. And I've noticed this about her makeup before, that it seems like the forehead is always pretty heavily bronzed. Let's see what it's gonna do for me today, because I don't know. I always had issues with like the forehead bronzer. So let's see if this is actually like a good method to use. I'm making sure that I hit the hairline as well, because you don't want like a full difference from your hairline to your makeup. So I bronzed the forehead. Clearly it looks horrendous right now because like I'm like two different shades. So let me go ahead and bronze up contour the cheeks and the cheekbones. Alright, so I'm using this brush right here to go ahead and contour. I'm going to use the same bronzing shade from that palette since her cheekbones are a little more precise. Okay, and I'm going to take my e.l.f. brush again and just diffuse that just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to contour the nose with the same shade and an angled brush like this. So she seems to go a little heavier with the nose contour up here. So that's what I did, and then I snatched the bottom just a little bit, not like too crazy. Okay, I am baking the nose just a little tiny bit. I do have dry skin, so I don't really like to do this kind of step, but I'm actually going to move on to some blush from this palette. She seems to have like a fairly peachy blush, and it has a little bit of like a pinkish tone. I'm a little bit nervous with blush because I tend to go a little overboard with like everything in life. So I'm going to make sure that the blush does show up, but not like too much. So I am like obsessed with these like two blushes right here. They do have a little bit of sheen to it, but I think that they would actually go perfect for today. I'm grabbing my dome like blush brush right here, and I'm gonna start with the peach shade. So she places it like right here. And again, I'm going to go very light-handed. I'm trying to go light-handed. Alright, I went ahead and I brought that blush up. I think it's applied beautifully. Like, I'm proud of myself right now because I would go a little crazy. I do want to go ahead and take this shade called Literati from the Morphe 8L palette. This is like a sort of like a skin tone shade, or I don't know, an in-between shade, like when you don't necessarily want to bronze, but you want a little bit of depth. And I do want to just help diffuse everything. Okay, so I'm grabbing the Profusion Highlight and Contour 2 palette. I'm just going to take like this light shade right here with a brush like this. And I just want to use this shade to like clean up a little bit. Alright y'all, so I'm going to quickly set my face. Okay guys, so I noticed that she doesn't have much highlighter on, if but any. And it's a little triggering, so I'm gonna add just a teensy, I mean literally like almost nothing. I'll go ahead and take my favorite highlighting tool right here, which is this fan brush, and I'll just dip into like these two light shimmery shades from this palette. And these are those highlights that give you a very subtle glow. Alright y'all, so I think that the face is pretty much complete. I want to go ahead and bring you guys in so we can actually start on the eyes. Alright y'all, so I brought you guys on in and we're gonna actually start on the eyes. I'm like really excited, but also I don't know, I'm kind of nervous because I like to usually make my eyes the star of the show, and it doesn't seem, I mean, based off of these pictures, it doesn't seem like there's much going on aside from like a lash, a little bit of an inner corner highlight, and maybe some like a little bit of like a bronzed up eye. It's really hard to tell based off of this picture, but I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to see if I can like really perfect this. Okay, I'm starting off with the Profusion Cosmetics Mattes 24 shade eyeshadow palette right here. These are all mattes and they have some really nice like browns in here, and I'm like, yes, I live for this. This is actually a really affordable and very nice palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this shade right here called Adventurous. It's a very pretty brown transition-y shade, and I'm gonna place that right in my crease. I already have like some concealer on my eyes, so I'm not gonna re-conceal. Okay, so I'm gonna use this shade right here and just pack this on. Alright y'all, so I'm just going back to the video for some reference because you can't really see it based off of her Instagram photo. So I do have this brown transition-y shade down. I might want to go in with a more like chocolate shade. So I'm going to quickly grab the Morphe X Jeffree Star palette. It has like this really nice chocolate brown in here called Hi Dude, and this is a very pigmented shade, so I'm gonna make sure I'm very careful. I'm just gonna use this on my outer V. Okay, I'm using that brush that I use for my transition shade, which is like this really nice fluffy brush, and I'm just dragging this out a little bit. Alright y'all, so I'm gonna move on to her actual lid. It seems like she just has a basic matte lid. I'm just going to take this shade right here called Lynn and just pack that on. Okay, you guys, and for my one of my last steps, I'm just gonna take this shimmery shade right here. It is called Welcome. It has like that goldish sort of white reflect, and I'm just gonna place this on my inner corner. I actually want to grab something a little bit more on the yellow side, so I'm going to take this shade from the 8L palette called Lit, and it's more of like that gold champagne color. Alright, so I do notice very little liner, so I do want to take some black liner and just very tightly go along my lash line. Alright you guys, so I went along my lash line with this Focalure eyeliner situation right here. I don't really know what it's called, but it worked. I just went lightly along the lash line, well, as light as I can, because it started to just grow and grow, and you know, we had to keep it good. Let me go ahead and do my under eyes. It doesn't seem like she's doing much like on her waterline or anything like that, so I'm just going to take a clean brush and take this shade right here called Doll, and I'll go back into Adventurous again and just tap the both of those shades. And again, I'm using the Profusion palette for this. Alright you guys, while my lashes dry, let me go ahead and actually put on some brows because I'm just bare over here. For this look in particular, she seems like she has definitely a bolder brow, not too thick but definitely not too like thin and non-existent. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my She Glam brow pencil right here, and I'm just gonna start right here. Alright y'all, so the brows are all filled in. I like how they look, definitely. I'm gonna take my eyelash curler and just curl my falsies. This is a trick that I've been doing lately, and it really helps not only keep things in place, but just, I don't know, it's a good last step to like hold everything together. And by the way, you guys, I'm using these Serafina lashes. Again, these are from Ross as well. Let me go ahead and add some mascara. Okay, you guys, so the eyes seem to be done. I'm actually like really digging them. I guess our last step is to do the lips, and I have a couple things that I picked out. Now her lips do seem more, I see a little coral, I see a little brown, so I'm gonna mix and match like a few things here. Okay, so first I do want to take this lipstick from Milani. This is the shade Teddy Bear, 29 Teddy Bear, and I want to use this to line my lips really quick. Alright guys, so I lined my lips with that shade. Surprisingly, her lips are not too overlined, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill it in with this shade right here called, well, this is the Manicador in shade Shea. This is like that coral type of shade. Okay guys, so I think the face makeup is actually like stunning. Like it's very close to this picture, I could say. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fix my hair off of camera, and I'll be back to show you the big reveal. All right, you guys, and this is officially the final look. Yes, I had to go in. Now this right here was originally, it looked like something else this morning, and I went ahead and I cut and I mixed and I matched, and this is what we got. I can't show you guys any lower than this because this situation is pretty bare. Okay, there's a lot of tapeage going on. I swear to God, it is just, it's a bit much. But you guys, I went ahead and I added the sleeves, and I try to attempt to do like the hair as close as possible. It's kind of like difficult, but I think it came out pretty close. It came out pretty close to what she looks like in her pictures and the beautiful video that she has up on Instagram. I'll go ahead and I'll post probably the full length thing on my Instagram, which is, what is my Instagram? Oh, at the KrissBeauty and curvykriss.fit. And also make sure that you check me out on TikTok. I post way more there than any place else, so go ahead and check me out on TikTok at the KrissBeauty as well. So you guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys really truly enjoyed today. If you guys really did enjoy this video, you want me to do another recreation of a celebrity or of another creator, a beauty creator, go ahead and drop that down below. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to KrissBeauty before you go. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.